Well, the world wants us to hate each other, guys. I'm sure you guys see it every time you turn on the TV. That's all you see is racism or fear-mongering and division and confusion and all types of stuff, that spread hatred. And you think to yourself, why don't we just love each other? Always love your enemies, guys. Always love one another because it's the right thing to do. Love is the source of strength, and if you hate one another, that just proves to you how weak you are as an individual. The wicked is the lowest vibration that exists. And he feel like the only way for him to control you is to weaken you down with hatred, animosity, jealousy. He wants your mind, because if he feel like he can get your mind, he can control you like a puppet. To do that, he weakens you with hatred. That's why you have to fill your heart with love, fill your mind with positivity by loving one another. If you're a hateful person watching this, get all that hatred out of your heart. Get all that negativity out of your mind, because you just don't know how much of an effect it play on your health. It strains your health out so much more than you imagine. If you can look inside your body and you can see what that stress and hatred is doing to your organs, you won't even do it no more. If you can look inside your body and see it, the damage that you're putting on yourself, the strain that you're putting on your body, because we weren't designed to hate one another, but to love one another. That's how the Father in heaven designed us. He designed us to be loved and to love others. Anything the opposite of that, it plays a decline on our health, plays a decline on our mental state, our lives, plays a decline. Hatred doesn't do nothing for us. Hatred never did anything for anybody, besides destroy one another, cause conflict and wars, killings, crime, people turning on each other, family members killing each other, people cheating on their husband and wives. That's all it has done for us. They haven't done anything for us. We never benefit from hatred. The only ones that benefit from hatred is the wicked one, the evil ones. They're the only ones that benefit from hatred. We don't. So why do it? We only wasting our time. We only wasting our energy. We only wasting our one life that we have to show and prove to the Father in heaven while we here, to prove ourselves that we worthy of going in heaven, to go to heaven. We have to prove to ourselves, guys. The Father in heaven, he's not just letting people walk through those doors. You have to be vetted. You have to be vetted first, and it starts here. So it doesn't matter if you go to church every day. It doesn't matter if you are here, you don't get involved in nothing. Doesn't matter. The Father wants to see people doing his work on this earth while we here. He's vetting us right now. He's vetting us. And that's going to determine whether you're worthy of going to heaven or not. Not how much you go to church. Not how much you stay to yourself and you don't get involved in nothing. Not how religious. Now it's not about how religious you are. No. None of that is going to get you through the pearly gates. The Father wants you coming back to Jesus, repenting, and living for him on the narrow path, and spreading the gospel. because he wants you to bring others in, not just yourself. But once you get it, you change your mentality, you receive wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, he wants you to spread it to amongst others. He wants you to bring them in. He wants you to save them as well. Not just yourself. This is not a selfish thing. The Father wants to use you to save others. That's why you have to be pure in your heart. Let go all the grudges, the past, the shame, all the past trauma you dealt with from people. You got to let go of all that. Because I promise you, you're going to feel a lot better once you do. I have a whole lot of people that done me wrong. Most of them are family members. Most of them are friends. Even people I don't even know. You know, but I don't hate them. I don't hold no grudges, animosity towards them. The only thing I did for people was gave them my all. And they turn around and stab me in the back like I never did anything for them. I was homeless, no savings, sick, wounded, couldn't work. And you try to call on them, they say they ain't got it. They say they can't help you. That's always to be expected in a world full of sin. That's why you don't hold nothing against them. You still love them anyways, but at least you know you can't depend on them. And that's why I say, guys, the only ones you could depend on is the Father in heaven. But to get to the Father in heaven, you must come through Jesus. That's the only way. Jesus, and I know you guys, you probably wondering, like, what gives you the strength to keep going? Believe, you know, reminding myself what Jesus did on that cross. That's what gives me the strength to keep going, enduring, persevering through it all. I know, guys. I know it's hard out here. I know the same thing similar to what happened to me, I know it happened to you. It's just hard to let go of things. I understand. It's hard to let go of things. It's hard to love people that do you wrong. It's hard to do that. It sounds easy said than done. That's the same thing I thought. But sometimes, guys, letting things go and still loving people that done you wrong, that don't mean tolerating their BS. Love them from a distance. That don't mean be a fool. Continue to give them chances. That don't mean be a fool. Love is not foolish. See? And you can't let it consume you, guys. If you let hatred consume you, it's going to mess with your mental state. It's going to mess up your life. It's going to mess up your health. It's going to mess up everything that you got going on. Because you still holding on to those grudges that person did to you in the past, you know, and you still holding on to those things. If you let go of them things, guys, you will feel a lot better. You will do a lot better. You could think a lot better, you know. You will have a lot more energy. Because guess what, guys? Hold on to those negative things, those past traumas and stuff like that. Feeling shame and guilty of things that you couldn't control at the time. It's just going to drain you. It's just going to drain you to death. It's going to consume you. And that's exactly what the wicked one wants. He wants you to be bothered by your past. He wants he wants you to let your past hinder you from your future. Hinder you from developing a bond with the Father in heaven, because you feel unworthy. He wants you to think those negative things because he wants to keep you trapped. He wants to keep you stuck in a loophole because he wants to stall you out to keep you from receiving Jesus' blessings. He wants to keep you away from the Father, away from repentance. long enough for he can get you to destroy yourself. He wants you to exhaust your time on the earth, so he can feel like he won over you. Remember, guys, we're not fighting for a victory. We are fighting after a victory. Always remember that. Always remember that.